What's up, guys, and welcome back to Bible Fun with the Duns. Today we're in Psalm chapter 141. Let's get started.
Psalm 141 is a short one, but it's full of lots of good information. In the first stanza, David is offering himself as an offering, as a sacrifice to God. He's saying, let my prayer be counted as incense before you, the lifting of my hands an evening sacrifice. In the next stanza, the little section within the chapter, he asks God to be with him for practical reasons. Set guard over my mouth, keep me away from evil, protect me from people who do evil. Don't even let me waste my time with them. And then he asks God to protect him. Let a righteous man strike me. Oh, and he's saying, it's a kindness. Let a man rebuke me. It's oil for my head. Let my head not refuse it. He's saying he is willing to hear and accept criticism and correction. And he just continues to pray in the next stanza. And then in the final stanza, he says, my eyes are toward you, O God, my Lord. In you I seek refuge. Leave me not defenseless. Keep me from the trap that they have laid for me, and from the snares of the evildoers. Let the wicked fall into their own nets while I pass by safely. So another prayer for protection and remembering that God is in charge. God is who protects him and watches over him and keeps watch over him. So Jax, what was your takeaway from today?
So I really admire how David is giving his all to God and worshiping him. Number one, when his all isn't that much at all. And number two, he can't go to a temple for fear that somebody might see him. So it's really dangerous for him to go out into the outside world. So David, he's giving his all and worshiping God just as he would in a temple. And I really like how David takes the time to do that.
I agree. That's actually my takeaway too. And we kind of talked about that before. This is probably one of the chapters where David is on the run. His enemies are after him and they want to kill him, and they've proven over and over that they want to kill him. Thankfully, they have bad aim, or God is protecting David, or both. But I love that even when David is away from the temple, he cannot go and offer sacrifices like the law tells them to, like he has been raised. He cannot return back for the special festivals and the times that God has set apart to remember what God has done. He is still faithful to worship God and to come to him over and over again. And it's a really good example of us who live on the other side of the Old Testament. Since Jesus has come and fulfilled the law, we don't have to offer these sacrifices because of the sacrifice Jesus made. David gives us a good example of going to God with whatever we have in the best way that he can. And so David in this time cannot live up to the law that the people had, or else it would risk his life. People would see him and they would kill him. And so I love David's heart in this first stanza, verse 2. Let my prayer be counted as incense before you. He's giving his prayer to God as an offering. He says, I can't go to the temple. And he's saying this. I can't go to the temple. I can't bring an animal. But this is how I can worship you. And the next part of that verse, it says, the lifting up of my hands is the evening sacrifice. So his prayer and his worship, that's literally all he has to bring before God, to worship him, to sacrifice, to give him as an offering. And I know that I find myself in in David's shoes a lot of times in life. Not that I don't have things or money or even animals, even though we don't have to do that, praise Jesus. But sometimes I feel in my life that I'm very empty. Like I come to God and I don't have a lot to offer. And actually I talked about this earlier with my Sunday school class. It's beautiful to know that even in my overwhelm, maybe during this Christmas season, you're overwhelmed and you're too busy. Even in my leftovers, the paltry, the minimal leftovers that I have at the, when I go to God, whatever time of day I go to him. So I go to him in the morning, but later in the day I go to him with my time of Advent and reading for that. And sometimes I don't have much to bring to him, but I'm reminded that God is the God who multiplies. This same God is the God who took the fish and the loaves and fed 5,000 and did it again with 4,000 and had tons and tons of leftovers. And so I am reminded that we are just to bring to God who we are. Come just as we are. If we have little to bring, God's got it. He does the work for us anyway. And so I just challenge you during this time to come to God no matter what. No matter if you feel overwhelmed, no matter if you feel no peace, no matter if you feel like you're not in the mood to do it. You don't have the want to. Make that decision to continue to do that daily no matter what. Offering that time, offering your prayer, offering your praises as worship and an offering before the Lord. All right, friends, thank you for joining us today. I'm excited we're back in Psalms and hearing those wise words of David again. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.